Yo, welcome to Artist of the Week. Today we're going to be looking at D12. So the original plan with this video was I was going to do Eminem and D12, but I decided not to do Eminem because we've already done that, and I might add a tier list. If I make the tier list, AJ will put it here, the whole screen. All right. So I'm just going to go over the D12 albums. I'm going to say what I have to think, and that's it. The first album, there's only two, so there's not too much to go over, but Devil's Night, I think is pretty good. I think it's a good album. There's a bunch of pretty good songs on this album that I thought were really good. Songs like, I like Purple Pills, I like Pimp Like Me, I like Blow My Buzz, I like Girls. Girls is a really good song, because going into this album I had no idea what it was about, really. Or at least this song in particular, because last week, if you remember, we listened to Limp Bizkit, and it just so happens that the band I listen to next week disses Limp Bizkit, especially Eminem in particular dissing Limp Bizkit, which makes me very happy, because I don't like Limp Bizkit. So, after that, there's a couple things I want to talk about this album. I think this is the best D12 album. I've listened to all of them. I listened to the singles. I think this is their strongest project. There's some pretty good skits on it. The two in particular. I like the beginning skit, the first one, the public service announcement, where they kill the public service announcement guy from the first two Eminem albums. I thought that was kind of funny. They shoot him. They do their own little public service announcement. I thought that was a funny thing if you know like Eminem albums. I like the Obi Trice skit. It's like it comes later in the album. That one was pretty good. It's only like a minute long of Obi Trice just spitting out a couple bars that were pretty good. After that, I liked the Steve Berman skit on this one was really funny, because I really like Steve Berman skits from Eminem albums. They're one of the best skits on every Eminem album, and this one was no exception. It was just him basically complaining about, oh, who's D12? What are these guys? They're terrible. They're gonna get us in trouble. I don't want to hear this shit. It's just Steve Berman doing his Steve Berman thing up until the next Eminem Show album, which he doesn't show up in the next D12 album, D12 World, because in Eminem Show, which comes out between D12 World and Devil's Night, if I got that wrong, AJ will tell me, M shoots him. So I guess that's why he doesn't show up. After that, there was D12 World. I'm a little weird about this album in particular. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's in the it's like in the encore era of music. It was kind of like I like it. There's a few good songs on it, but a lot of it is kind of filler. I really like I think my favorite song off the album is You're the One. I think the second favorite, or at least my personal favorite, is Get My Gun. That's a good song as well. And then there's the big song off this album, which is My Band. And if you want to know what my opinion on My Band is, I don't think it is a good song, but I think it is fun to listen to. And I think it has a good point, or a good thing behind the song, is because when you have somebody as big as Slim or Eminem coming into a group like this that was smaller, he is going to overshadow all those guys. And that's a shame, because I think all those guys have pretty good talent. They're all pretty good. A lot of them have good flows, they have good rhyme schemes, they're still good. It's just, no matter what, M was always going to overshadow them. That was the problem with D12 existing, is that he was just going to be the biggest person in the group. He's the lead singer of his band. I think that the song My Band is a bit annoying. I think it's not like super great or anything, but I think it's a fun song to listen to. And I think it does have a good point of him being, oh, he's the biggest name in the band. He's Eminem. Everybody wants to know who Eminem is. Nobody ever talks about the rest of the band. So, in the end, I really think that, which is true, I've talked about Eminem half the fucking episode. because he is the biggest face of the band. And that's a shame because I do think these guys have pretty good talent. My biggest thing with D12 though was I'm not as big a fan of Bizarre as I thought I would be. He's not bad. I'm gonna say that he's not bad. Some of the songs though, he didn't really have a great flow or rhymes or anything. Like he's kind of like the how do I put it? He's kind of like the I don't know. He's not like one of the lead. He's not one of the best of that entire group. I think. Obviously, I still think M is the best out of all of them, which it is true. As much as I hate to say it, because I think they're all pretty talented guys, but it is true. He's still the best out of all of them. Yeah, all in all, I think I liked it. It was pretty good. They had some pretty good songs. They had a lot of good music to go over. I think that this episode of Artist of the Week is way better than the Limp Bizkit episode. Not only because I got to listen to a song where they dissed Limp Bizkit, because it was better than Limp Bizkit. It was actually good music. So in the end, I'm going to do a quick overview. I think that Devil's Night is the best album. I will definitely give that album a listen later in the future because I enjoy it. D12 World is still good, not great. And that's what I'll say about that. Well, this is Zack for Artist of the Week, and remember to tip your delivery driver.